home office, kids on payroll, Augusta rule. Talk about LLC versus Selection S Corp. Like what? The qualified business expenses. I mean, some of that has changed recently. So, what do you? How do you advise clients on formation of their business?
Yeah, and that's a good one because I'm not sure why or where it comes from. There's a lot of, I would say, differences of opinion. A lot of, I wouldn't say confusion, but just a lot of differences of opinion when it comes to that. And a lot of people don't realize when you set up a single member LLC. So if you have a LLC with one owner, by default, the IRS still taxes you as an individual. So from a tax perspective, there's not really a major difference. There's not a real benefit to it, right? Now, there's some asset protection benefits and there's some overall just general business benefits to it. But from a tax perspective, a single member LLC doesn't really do much.
Sure.
If you set up an LLC with two owners, the IRS is automatically going to tax you as a partnership. A lot of people don't realize that because what happens then is it necessitates an extra filing to the IRS by a certain date if you don't file an extension. We see people miss that from time to time, and it turns into penalties and all kinds of hassle stuff that you'd rather not deal with too. And so
interesting.
What a lot of business owners will elect to do is be taxed as an S corporation. And there's a lot that goes into it, but the simplest way I could explain it is the real benefit to being taxed as an S corporation is it's going to save you greatly on the amount of self-employment taxes that you're going to pay. And there's a handful of requirements there, but two of the most prominent ones are now we're going to file two separate tax returns. So instead of all the activity going on your personal tax return like it did before, we got two separate tax returns. So we have a business tax return and a personal tax return. And then the owners need to put themselves on payroll as well.
Mm-hmm. So if I have a company and I'm not paying myself a W-2, S Corp, LLC, still depends?
It still depends. And it's really a matter of net revenue. You know, we tell clients once the net revenue of your business is over like $50,000 per year, it's going to make sense to look to be taxed as an S corporation.
Got it.
Yep.